In a prestigious private secondary school, Victoria International College, where scholarships were given to less privileged students, the rich students in school believed they were the ones providing for the less privileged students. To them, the scholarship is as a result of their parents' kindness. Adaeze, the daughter of the most richest man in the school, her father, Mr. Obi, is a wealthy businessman who deals on importing and exporting of pure rubber. Her mother was late. It was just she and her father. Adaeze is a very intelligent girl. She is really sound. But most students gossiped that her father paid her way to being the top student. They said these things because Adaeze was the bully in her school. So they wondered when she had time to read her books. She had two friends, Chizzy and Bola. Chizzy's parents are very rich, but also very strict. Chizzy wanted to always come top in her class so as to prevent being scolded by her parents. Bola's parents are also well to do. Her parents were naturally not as strict as Chizzy's parents, and they weren't as wealthy as Chizzy's parents. Cheta, who is one of the students that got a scholarship into the school, she made a friend, Tessie, on her first day in school. Tessie helped to show her to her classroom and told her everything she needed to know. During lunch, Cheta, who entered the dining area, she was so excited as there were varieties to pick from, unlike her home where everyone was forced to eat what was available for the day. Cheta took her tray and picked the meal she wanted to eat. When she was done, she sat down to eat. While she was about to have her first bite, she noticed a student standing in front of her. She thought it was Tessie, but when she raised her head up, she found out it wasn't Tessie but a stranger. Cheta, who looked up and said hi. What she saw next was a bowl of tomato sauce flowing down her hair. She was shocked. Who is this and why is she doing something like this to me? Then the stranger, being Adaeze, said, Hi, scholarship girl. Weren't you giving an orientation? No one sits on my seat. Cheta looked at her and said, I'm sorry. I didn't know everyone has an individual seat in the dining hall. Adaeze looked at her and said, Now you know. Cheta was so embarrassed. Her first day in school couldn't be like this. She stood up and went straight to the restroom. On her way to the restroom, she met with Tessie, who helped her with a second pair of uniform, as she always had a spare in her locker. Cheta, who went back to the dining hall after changing her uniform, she told herself, I'm here for everything, the good, the bad, and the ugly. She took a tray and served herself another food, but this time she sat with Tessie, who also didn't have any friend. When they were done eating, they both went back to their individual classrooms. When the school was over, while Cheta was trying to open her classroom door, the door mistakenly hit Adaeze. Adaeze got so angry. You again, I can see you want to be on my black book, right? What's your name? Adaeze asked, looking so annoyed. My name is Cheta, Cheta responded. Don't cross my path again, said Adaeze. So Cheta went back to the hostel. At the hostel, she found out that Adaeze and her were in the same class, but the classroom of the rich were separate from those of the unprivileged. She thought to herself, this is really bad. Why do the rich have different classroom as well as different hostel? How will they learn to blend with others if they are always treated like this? But Cheta made up her mind not to allow Adaeze look down on her in any way. The next day, Cheta woke up early and had her bath and went straight to the dining. She wanted to eat before anyone comes. She wanted to have the dining all to herself. She had her breakfast and went to her classroom. Cheta always tried her best to avoid Adaeze. She hates the idea of Adaeze seen as the queen bee in school. Things soon changed for Cheta. When the result for the semester came out, Cheta scored higher than Adaeze. Adaeze came second. This made Adaeze so upset. She vowed to frustrate Cheta's efforts in school. Adaeze and her friend always had reasons to pick up on Cheta. They did all that they could to make Cheta lose concentration in her studies, but Cheta was ready to stay up all night reading her books in order to pass her exam. One day, after an exam, Adaeze and her friend stole Cheta's exam sheet and tore it into pieces. When the results came out, Cheta found out her name wasn't there, so she went to the teacher's office to know why her name was omitted. But the teacher responded by saying, "I didn't see your exam sheet." Cheta told her, "I sat for the exams. My sheet is supposed to be with you." While they were on it, the cleaner spoke up and said, "I saw Adaeze tearing an exam sheet the other day." The class teacher, Mrs. Favor, was so upset. Why would Adaeze do such a thing? She reported Adaeze to the principal of the school, but the principal did nothing about it, so she gave Cheta another exam to answer in order to make up for what had happened. Cheta excelled well, but she was really upset with Adaeze. That same day, when Cheta got to her room, she sat down on her bed. To her greatest surprise, the bed was filled with water. Adaeze and her girls had poured water on Cheta's bed. Cheta was so upset. Even after reporting to the hostel miss, nothing was done. Cheta vowed in her heart to pay Adaeze for everything she had done to her. Adaeze kept on bullying Cheta. Cheta endured and tried her possible best to keep up with her day-to-day activities. Soon, the both girls graduated and parted ways. Adaeze, being the daughter of a wealthy man, was sent abroad to study for her university, whereas Cheta was sent to a federal university. Cheta was so determined to bring her family out of poverty, as her parents struggled to send her and her siblings to school. Cheta was determined to finish the university and get a job so as to assist her parents. Cheta burnt midnight candles and also sold fabrics in the village market to support herself through school. Cheta came out with a second-class upper. Cheta was an accountant in a bank as she read accounting in school. One fateful day, Mr. Obi came to the bank and wanted to access his account and make a major transfer for his business partners. He met with Cheta, who is his new account manager. Cheta helped him process the transaction quick and fast. Mr. Obi loved how Cheta was organized, neatly dressed, spoke very well, and was very, very nice. Mr. Obi complimented Cheta and she said, "Thank you very much, sir." Mr. Obi, who was so glad to have Cheta as his new account manager, he soon stopped coming to the bank as he could just call Cheta and she will handle all necessary transactions needed. One day, Mr. Obi asked Cheta if she could please come over to his company. He wanted to give her some cash to help pay into the accounts. When she got there, to her greatest surprise, she was welcomed with a dinner table. Cheta, who stood confused, Mr. Obi told Cheta, "Come in," and she entered, and Mr. Obi pulled the chair out for her to sit. After she sat down, he opened a glass of wine and poured for her. Mr. Obi sat down and started confessing his feelings for her. Cheta likes him, but the age difference was something she wasn't sure of. Mr. Obi, who looked at her and told her, "Cheta dear, forget the outward appearance. I am young at heart." Cheta asked to be given a time to think about it, so Mr. Obi accepted. When Cheta got home, she gave it a thought and she thought to herself, "I'm not sure I can get married to him. Oh. His age is way apart from mine." So Cheta decided to tell him the next day that she couldn't get married to him. When Cheta got to office that day, Mr. B sent Cheta an account details telling her to please send some money to his daughter abroad. Cheta responded by saying she would like to see him after the closing of work for the day. When Cheta logged in the account details, to make the transfer, she was shocked to see Adaeze Obi's face. She screamed, "So Mr. Obi is her father." Cheta thought to herself, "It's time to take my revenge." That evening, when she met Mr. Obi, she told him, "Yes, I accept your feeling and I will get married to you." Mr. Obi was so excited. He and Cheta started hanging out. Cheta, who soon fell in love with him and suggested that they had a court wedding. So the court wedding took place and Cheta moved her things into Mr. Obi's house. So she started staying in Mr. Obi's house fully. Mr. Obi was so excited. After their marriage, Mr. Obi allowed Cheta handle most of his financial transactions. He trusted her so much that he didn't even need to sign any document. He made her the signatory of most of his accounts. Cheta carried her wifely duties diligently, with Mr. Obi getting all the love he ever needed. Whatsoever Cheta asks for, he does it without even any hesitation. Cheta brought nothing but peace of mind to him. Mr. Obi told Cheta he would like her to meet his daughter, to which Cheta accepted. So they planned to host a party to announce they were married. Mr. Obi called his daughter Daisy, informing her of a party he was hosting and said he had a surprise for her. So she accepted to come back for the party. Cheta also informed her parents about the wedding. They weren't happy with it, telling her the age difference was much, but she told them she loves him, and that was all that mattered. On the day of the party, everyone was having fun. Adaeze walked in with her luggages and quickly went upstairs to freshen up so as to join the rest in the garden. The moment she opened the door of the event, she saw her dad holding a beautiful lady that looked exactly like Cheta, her classmate. She told herself it might probably be a mistake. The moment she got closer and greeted her father introduced her to Cheta. "Cheta, meet Adaeze, my daughter. Adaeze, meet Cheta, my wife." Cheta gave her that devilish smile and called her by her full name, Adaeze Obi. Adaeze, who held her father's hand and said, "Dad, can I talk to you for a moment?" Her dad accepted. They stepped aside and Adaeze asked her dad, "Why her of all people in the world? That low-life girl?" Mr. Obi immediately stopped Adaeze. "Don't call her names, Adaeze. The event isn't to announce we are getting married. It is to let the world know we are already married." Adaeze screamed, "Dad, you're already married to her?" No, 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 no. "Dad, you can't do this. We're of the same age." So Mr. Obi said, "What matters is that I love her and she loves me too. That's all that matters to me. I don't care about the age. Age is nothing but a number." And he told her, "I would like to return to my guests." They returned to the hall. When they returned back to the hall, Mr. Obi and Cheta started greeting and thanking everyone for coming to the party. Adaeze said to herself, "I can't take this. I'm just going to stay for 1 week." Adaeze, who told her dad she was going to stay for 1 week before returning back to the States. So Mr. Obi and Cheta accepted. That night, Cheta spoke to Mr. Obi. "My dearest husband, it's better to incorporate Adaeze to your business, seeing that she's the only child for now. She doesn't know how to earn. All she does is spend. So how is she going to manage it after you if she doesn't have any idea?" Mr. Obi listened to Cheta's words and saw reasons with her. The next day, on his way to work, he spoke to Adaeze while she was having breakfast. "Adaeze, what do you think about joining the business?" But the moment he brought the topic up, Adaeze objected immediately. "Dad, I'm not a business girl. I don't think I want to join the company yet." So he kept quiet and finished his breakfast. While going to work, Cheta told him not to worry about it, that she will handle it. Mr. Obi asked her how, but she told him not to worry. They lived in peace, with Cheta making all meals and doing everything, while Adaeze did not even assist. All she did was stay in her room and eat the meal when they were ready. It was time for Adaeze to return back to the States. That morning, she woke up and asked her dad why he hasn't booked her flight. But Mr. Obi said, I asked my wife to do that. Please ask her if she did. Adize went to ask Cheta about her flight, but Cheta responded, sorry, dear, you know bills don't pay itself. If you want to travel back to the States, then work for it. When you save enough money to travel, then you can leave. Adize became furious. Who are you to talk to me in that manner? She screamed. Cheta looked at her and said, I am the stepmother you will wish you never had. Because from today, what I say stands. Cheta left her and went straight to the car. Mr. B didn't say a word. Instead, he joined Cheta in the car. It's 1 week and Cheta hasn't booked the flight. Mr. B, who stood solidly behind Cheta too. That evening, Adeze accepted to join the company. She thought accepting the job was going to come with plenty pleasures. Probably she will be driven to work. But Cheta gave her yet another condition. You're to resume work 8 a.m. and close 6 p.m. Any day you come to work late, your pay will be deducted. Adeze said, that can't happen. It's my father's company. Cheta said, yes, it is, but right now you're a staff, not a manager nor a CEO. Secondly, you won't be given any driver. If you must use a car, you have to drive it yourself. You are responsible for everything the car needs, including the fuel. Adeze started crying. Papa, how can you let this lady control you to the extent of giving me so much rules? Her dad told her, it's for the best, my daughter. Adeze, who started working, but it wasn't easy on her. She tried to adapt to the new environment and her work life. All Cheta wanted from her was a sincere apology for all she did to her while they were in school. So Cheta made sure she gave her a dose of her own rubbish. Adeze was treated like every other staff. No special treatment of any kind. Adeze got frustrated. She was once a social media girl, knowing a lot going on in the world, but now she barely had time for her phone nor herself. At times, she had to use public transport to get to work due to traffic. She had to sleep on time to wake up on time too. Adeze saw life from a different part and understood what it felt like to have little or none. One evening, she met Cheta and asked if they could talk. Cheta accepted. Adeze apologized for everything she had done to her and pleaded for her to forgive her and have mercy on her. Cheta accepted. Cheta told her that was all I needed from you, a sincere apology. Cheta forgave her. They hugged themselves. 1 year later, Adeze had adjusted completely to work and her new lifestyle. She thanked Cheta greatly for opening her eyes to see what she was missing in life. What she felt was torment was for her own good. Cheta, who became so wealthy, was able to help her parents financially. She sent her siblings to school without any hassle. She opened a business for her parents too. Cheta soon gave birth to a son. He was greatly celebrated by all. Mr. Obi was so excited and he named him Obinna. Thank you very much for listening to the story of the day. Is your favorite storyteller Zika? I have one question for you. What did you learn from the story of the day? Seeing that Cheta, who went into the marriage with an ulterior motive to revenge, soon became the mother Adeze never had. All she wanted from her was to teach her to manage her father's wealth. What did you think about Cheta?